everybody. Welcome to another week of Makers Monday. I am Anastasia Radloff, aka Stampin' Blondie, and thank you for being patient with me today while I am a little late jumping on here live. I had to take my car into the dealership this afternoon for some it just needed to go in. There's something wrong with it. So hopefully it won't take too long for it to be in the shop. Right now they're estimating it to be about a week, and that's never fun. I am not looking forward to having to carpool for about a week with my husband. So hopefully it is just a quick fix. But thank you everybody for sticking with me last week as I was not feeling very well. But I wanted to come and join you today as I'm feeling much better and to bring you some really fun projects from the January through June mini catalog. Now these projects are super cute, featuring the Oh Snap stamp set. And once you see the images, you'll know exactly why it's called Oh Snap. So because I was rushing around today, I didn't have time to grab the winner from last time's prize patrol. But this time I wanted to let you know that the prize patrol for this week is the package of opal rounds. So let me switch the camera here. There we go. So a package of opal rounds will be our prize patrol for this week. Sorry, it's a little chaotic. I think I just got home about not even 5 minutes ago. I had to Uber home and it took a lot longer than I thought. So our prize patrol for this week is a package of the opal rounds that'll be featuring on our project today. These are from the January through June mini catalog and probably my favorite embellishment that's in there. They're super cute. They have these really nice iridescent flakes in them. And the best part is that these can be colored to coordinate with your project for anything using Stampin' Blends. So you can color these and transform them to your project. So all you need to do is like and share this video. Make sure that you comment shared, because sometimes Facebook doesn't always let me know every week who has shared. So share this video and you can be entered to win a package of opal rounds from the January through June mini catalog. All right. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Mom. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Penny. Thanks everybody for watching. So the first announcement that I have today is the last day of the 2020-2021 annual catalog. I know we're all sad to see some of our really favorite stamp sets in here and accessories and dies go, but out with the old, in with the new. Tomorrow starts our new 2021-22 annual catalog, and I am super excited for this. Now, one of the things that I'm very excited about is partnering with Canadian demonstrator Lisa Hardy to bring you our first class of this new catalog. Now, this features the hand pen stamp set, which I don't have on my table here, but it is very beautiful. And we have come together to create 4 projects between the two of us that you get in this class. This class is absolutely gorgeous. It features the hand pen stamp set, plus the coordinating dies and the designer series paper. The best part about this is that no matter where you live, you can register for this class. So if you live here in the States, you can register through me, or if you live in Canada, you can register with Lisa, who is watching this video. Hi, Lisa. We have designed some beautiful coordinating projects featuring the new Pale Papaya in color as well. So for this, you receive the designer series paper, a pack of the gems, and a roll of this really pretty papaya ribbon. The best part is, if you live here in Tucson, I am having my first in-person class in 7 months. This has been something that I've looked forward to. So you can add on the in-person class to your registration at no additional charge. That will be held May 25th at 6 p.m. But if you don't live here in Tucson, you can still partake in our virtual class. So all the details will be posted to the link in the description of this video once this video is over. You'll be able to register through me or Lisa if you live in Canada, and I am just as excited as she is for this. Now it features the hand-penned 12x12 designer series paper, and this paper from the new catalog is absolutely gorgeous. One side has this watercolor wash look to it, while the other side has a beautiful floral look. I am normally not into the florals too much, but this paper really caught my eye. Maybe I'm turning towards the florals a little bit, but I really am enjoying this. It has some new in colors in it, like pale papaya, and these really pretty coordinating colors with it. So everybody receives a full package of the 12x12 designer series paper. And the deadline to register for this class is May 12th. So you have just a little bit over a week to still register for that. So details on how to register will be in the description of this video. One last thing, I didn't get a chance to print it out before I had to hop out of Uber and run to the craft room. If you're here in Tucson as well, my buy one, get one event is coming up this Saturday at 10 a.m. You can shop all of my retired items and get equal value from the new catalog. So mark your calendars for that if you are interested in coming. All right, our two projects today. We're featuring the Oh Snap stamp set. This is from the January through June mini catalog. And I love this not only because it's a sentiment and an image stamp set, but it has some really fun punny sentiments to it. I really like this You Crock My World and Sorry I Snapped at You. But this is a fun stamp set for coloring with Stampin' blends, and that's exactly what we are going to do today. The two projects that I will be featuring here are, this is a really fun project. It's what they call a fancy fold here. And it has this this piece here that you cut out and you actually flip sideways onto your project. Now this one is my favorite that we're going to be creating today. This features the mini paper pumpkin boxes, which are in the new annual catalog as well. You get 10 for $7. And if you are a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, it's just a little mini version of the boxes that we get. Now the best part about this is that you can put little goldfish crackers on the inside, and you can gift this to somebody as a little gift to say, sorry I snapped at you. And we'll color in the little goldfish here to coordinate too. It has these two little tabs that just tuck right in, and then you can gift this straight to them, and it's a really fun gift. So we are gonna start with this project here first. I have a piece of 4.25 by 11-inch cardstock. This is Melon Mambo, one of our core color family colors in the Brights collection. And the dimensions, I always have a printout. I left it in the living room this time, but this is our project here. There's a printout that'll be in the description of this video that has all the details and dimensions so you can follow along after this video and create these projects yourself. So we have a piece of our Melon Mambo cardstock and a piece of basic white cardstock. This is 3 3/4 by 5 1/8, my basic matte size for our project here. So I'm going to show you how to do this really fun fold. So we've got our basic piece of Melon Mambo 4.25 by 11, and it's normally an easel card. You're going to turn it sideways, and we are going to bring in our trimmer, and we're going to cut off 2 3/4 of an inch off of our card. So we've got our, let me bring this higher so you guys can see. Our score line is here, and we're just gonna cut off 2 3/4 from that. So that will cut and make this half size. Take our trimmer out of the way here. So we've got our fold just cut straight down the middle, and this extra piece, which was here, we're gonna turn, and that's gonna be our front to our card base. So no paper waste here. All you do is just cut that and turn it sideways, and that will be our little piece here. So we're gonna do some tone-on-tone stamping. I've got Melon Mambo ink, and we're gonna use this little leaf portion here of the stamp set. And get all of our stamps out here today. So I gotta tell you guys, Elvis was so excited. I got home, Andy picked up the dogs. Elvis was so excited that he decided to jump up on me and scratch my arms all up, and he was just super excited to see his mom after being gone for the weekend. All right, we've got our Melon Mambo cardstock, our Melon Mambo ink, and we're just gonna take our little leaf here and we're gonna design our own pattern to the back. It's a little hard because normally I kind of get it closer and make sure everything's lined up, but what you're gonna do is you're just gonna stamp little images and offset them from each other here. So just ink and stamp in between so you kind of get a zigzag pattern of the leaves. And you're just gonna do that the whole background and cover up that little section of Melon Mambo cardstock so it's not so plain there. It's really fun to create your own background with our stamps. It's super easy to do, and it really just takes your stamps up a level here with that. So there's our stamped background using the Melon Mambo on Melon Mambo, so tone on tone stamping. Very easy to do. You don't need a ton of skill levels to be able to do this. Now this is our piece of Melon Mambo cardstock at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of basic white cardstock that's just 2 1/2 by 4. So just matted here. And we're gonna put that in the middle. But first we're gonna stamp our crocodile. I'm gonna bring in, let me get a piece of grid paper here. Because, oh, it's well used too, even better. Because we've got our Stampin' blends, you want to make sure that your workspace is covered because they can bleed through your paper. We've got some Mary Mooses still on here. Now with our project here, you may see like this doesn't want to stay down by itself. So you can really use your bone folder to kind of crease those lines, or one of my Stampin' friends told me about these. These are from Scotch and they're reuse again and again. They're just little stickies that are reusable and they will hold everything in place. So I have a piece of this here, and you can reuse these over and over, which is the best part. So I'm just gonna put that in my card and close that, and it'll hold it in place while I put everything down onto my project. So it's just these Scotch, I think I got these at CVS. Reuse again and again. You can use little pieces of these and they will last you forever. So we're gonna use our crocodile stamp here. Now with this is a very large stamp, like bigger than my hand here. So you are gonna need, let's see, I don't think it'll fit. Nope, it won't fit on that clear block. So we are gonna need clear block F, which is our huge clear block here. Very, very big. Now with this, we're gonna use Tuxedo Black Memento ink because we are gonna be using our Stampin' blends. Now for our project, we're only gonna stamp half of the crocodile, so I don't need to ink up the entire thing. I've got my Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and because this is such a big stamp, normally we stamp onto the ink pad to ink it up, but with these big ones, it's easier to just tap it onto the stamp to get that on there. I've got my piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm gonna flip over my crocodile, and we're gonna stamp that right on here. Now, if you want, you can always use the Stamparatus to get it right into place exactly where you want it. But because I'm only stamping him once, I don't need to get out my Stamparatus. And we're gonna peel that off, and there is our crocodile. We're gonna use Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blends. He is a crocodile, they're bright, so I wanted to use a bright green. I'm gonna use my dark, do I have two lights? I've got two lights here, and my dark is over here. I was wondering why I had a random marker without the light, because I put both lights in my basket. We're gonna outline him in dark Granny Apple Green, and when you use Stampin' Blends, you can really get as detailed as you want with this, but I'm just gonna do a quick highlight in certain parts here, and he's very easy to fill in and color. So dark Granny Apple Green and then light Granny Apple, and I'm just gonna use my brush side to color in the body. I think I had both light greens out here because this one has been well loved, and I think it's just about time to retire this one. That's why I had my second one in there. With Stampin' Blends, depending on how many times you use them and what type of medium you use them on, can determine how long they last. Now I use these at Christmas time for making wood stamped ornaments, if you guys remember those, and I colored them with Stampin' Blends. So the wood ornament does tend to be pretty rough on the Stampin' Blend, so that's why this one's kind of frayed a little bit. But there is our crocodile, and then I'm going to come back in with the dark and color in his scales. Pretty easy. Now, like I mentioned with Stampin' Blends, you can get as detailed as you want. You could go back in with the dark and really do the scales and features on him, but a quick color with these is really all you need. All right, so we've got our crocodile here and our piece of melon mambo, and we're gonna adhere this with Stampin' Seal. Two quick lines of Stampin' Seal is perfect. And then we're gonna adhere this. Now you only wanna put adhesive on the left side of this. If you put adhesive on the whole thing and you paste it to your card, it won't be able to come off and it'll be glued shut. So you just want to put a little bit of adhesive on the left side of the back of the project, and you're going to adhere right in the middle there. So it'll still be able to be opened. We have that removable adhesive in there to hold everything down. We can get that out of there now. See, it doesn't rip the cardstock or anything, and it holds it closed. Our basic white piece of 5 1/8 by 3 3/4. We're gonna stamp in the lower right hand corner the little goldfish. Now this one I'm not coloring gold. You can, on our box, I will be coloring these in with the pumpkin pie Stampin' Blends, but I just did a quick little accent of the fish in the lower right hand corner. And we can adhere this down to our card base. This is a really fun card because you kind of get that fancy fold in there, the little peekaboo of the goldfish, and there you can still see everything on here. Now the final touch is this little sentiment here with the sending a big smile. I have a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock, just a scratch piece, and my sentiment, sending a big smile. Now, unfortunately, the punch that I'm using, the 1.5 inch circle punch, this was on the retirement list. It is sold out, so unfortunately that is sold out. But we have other circles that you can still use to die cut out your sentiment. Or you don't even have to use a circle at all. You can get creative and do squares or ovals, whatever. The sentiment will still work. This is an old style punch that I've had obviously for quite a while because Stampin' Up! Doesn't even make these whale tail punches anymore. All right, sending a big smile is our sentiment, and I'm using dimensionals on the back of that. 2 regular Stampin' dimensionals. Hi Sharon, thanks for watching. Hopefully you like our crocodile projects here today. And then right in the mouth. And that is our first project using the Oh Snap stamp set from the January through June mini catalog. So let me know what you guys think of this project. I really like this. The best part about this is that this can be a birthday card, this can be a congratulations card, many different occasions for this project, and it's really fun. I like the punniness of this, and then you could really step it up if you wanted to add some Wink of Stella glitter brush to really up the ante on this. Now you can write your sentiment over here so it's hidden, or you can kind of do an L shaped so it's still hidden in the background. But here is our first project featuring the Oh Snap stamp set. I saw this stamp set in the catalog and it was probably one of the first ones that I got. I really liked the punniness and just how it had sentiments and the word or the images together. All right, our second project, this mini paper pumpkin box with the little goldfish crackers inside. So I used, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, each month in our Paper Pumpkin boxes, we get this like pool party tissue paper. And this is perfect for reusing for presents, but I thought this would be great to fit into our mini Paper Pumpkin boxes with some goldfish crackers. You could put a bow on this, you could wrap this in a little cellophane bag, and you could gift this to somebody as a project to say, I'm sorry for snapping at you. So we're gonna go ahead and make this project next. And I actually don't need this because we're gonna color directly onto the Paper Pumpkin box and it's not going to bleed all over. All right, mini Paper Pumpkin boxes. They come 10 to a pack, like I mentioned earlier, $7 each, so a great value. You get, they come actually with like this plastic coating on the inside, so you could put homemade treats in here and it won't, you know how sometimes they can get a little greasy? It won't affect the project and it won't like bleed through if there's a little bit of a greasiness to this. So they are food safe. You can put food in here. Now the opposite side is like a matte white and it's perfect for stamping, coloring, spritzing, blending, however you want to change the color of these boxes. You can leave them white, you can use Stampin' blends on them, brushes, whatever, to change the color of these, and they look great no matter what color they are. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my box just in half, and I'm going to use my bone folder to really crisp up that line. Now, like I had mentioned before, these Scotch reuse again and again clear tabs. This is perfect. So look, my box doesn't want to lay flat. So I'm gonna reuse that same Scotch little tacky piece from the last project, and I'm just gonna stick it in the middle of the box to hold it down while I create. This is gonna make sure that it's flat and it'll really keep everything easy to be able to stamp on. So this is my front of the box that I've got to work with here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my crocodile. Because this is the biggest image on my project, I really want to get that on there first so that I can work around it. So I'm going to try not to shake the camera and hold this up. So I am just using Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Because this is a linen ink pad, it's more firm than our regular core color families, so you can really just stamp on it and push really hard to get all that ink onto your stamp. All right, that looks good. And I'm gonna stamp my crocodile right in the middle. Trying not to drop this giant block. This is our biggest block that we have. It's clear block letter F. You can see it's about the size of my hand. It's pretty big. It is really meant for our background stamps. So we have these big background stamps here for projects, and but the crocodile is too small or too big for, I think this is E. This is E and that's F. So the next size up would be F, and so you got to use F for the crocodile. All right, really making sure that every part of him is inked onto our project, and then I'm gonna lift straight up and see it didn't get it all. So this is where we're gonna try to line it all back up. This is where the Stamparatus would have come in handy, but because I'm stamping on this paper pumpkin box, I don't really want to use the Stamparatus. All right, let's see if that gets it. Sometimes you gotta like stand up and put all your pressure on it. There we go, we can work with that. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna color in with our dark Granny Apple green and then our light Granny Apple. We're going to outline. Now the paper pumpkin boxes are a little different than cardstock. So it absorbs the ink very quickly. So it'll be a little more difficult to blend your colors together. As you can see here, I kind of have the harsh outline, but it will still work with Stampin' Blends. So we're just gonna outline with dark Granny Apple around the tail, down the body, here, color in the foot that I didn't get all the way. The snout, down here and around, and then the eyes. And that's it, all I'm gonna do for the dark. I'm gonna come in now with my light, brush end again, and I'm gonna color in and try to swirl those two together as much as I can. Now with Stampin' Blends, normally you have to color or cover your workspace so that it doesn't bleed through, but with these paper pumpkin boxes, you don't have to worry about any bleeding through. So you don't have that to worry about. So we're gonna color in here. Oh, let me just, there we go. And swirl our colors here. And the leg. Color in the body, the foot that I didn't get stamped all the way. More of the body. Now with the Stampin' Blends, you can use the tip, the brush tip, or the pen tip. I find when you're coloring in larger sections like this, the brush tip is really where it's at. It is easier to color in larger areas with the brush side. The pen side is more for the details. So when I did the outline of it, that's where the details come in. Now because I'm missing some black here, we're just gonna come in with a Sharpie and fill in those teeth that are missing. We have some black, a marker that would work, but I just quickly used a Sharpie and that's good. All right, the next portion of this, we're gonna come back in and we're gonna stamp those goldfish again. This time we're gonna do it right in his mouth area. I wanted to make it look like he's snapping at the goldfish. And so I just use the dark pumpkin pie Stampin' Blend and just one color on these. Because they're so small, you really don't need to blend different colors together. One color would be perfect for coloring that in. All right, now this stamp set has this fun little wave to it. So we're gonna use that and Pool Party ink around the crocodile. So here's what it looks like. Now I wanted to make sure that my crocodile and my goldfish are stamped first because that will be able to tell me where the placement of my waves will go. So I'll be able to stamp all around the waves or all around the crocodile and get the waves right where I want it. So with this, you want to do light taps on your ink pad because it's such a thin stamp and it'll get all over if you don't tap lightly. So I'm just doing little stamps all around him at various degrees. If you go over into the tab, that's okay. That gets tucked inside the box, so no worries about that. And we're just gonna do little waves all around on the crocodile here. And some here, up in the corner, and in the mouth, and just really stamp all around to get that look of the water. So we've got our stamped on there, our goldfish, and now our sentiment. So I really like this one that says, I snapped at you and sorry. It's actually two different sentiments put together. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna stamp the word sorry, and then you're gonna do the I snapped at you. So they're meant to be layering sentiments that you can mix and match with each other. But what I did is I have a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock that I die cut from the Tasteful Labels dies. And then a piece of Pool Party cardstock, same thing, Tasteful Labels dies. Now these I wanted to tie in colors from the rest of our box. So we've got these little pieces here. We're gonna use Tuxedo Memento Black ink and the Sorry first. And we're gonna stamp that towards the top in the middle of our die cut piece. And I'm running out of blocks, so we're just gonna use this one again. And then the I snapped at you, you can just, because these are photopolymer, you can easily line up your sentiments with each other. So the I snapped at you can go right below the sorry. Cover this up so that I don't get ink everywhere. Now for our pool party here. Now if we were to just place our piece of card right on top of it, it wouldn't really stick out too far. So we're gonna take our die cut piece and we're gonna cut it right down the middle, there. And I'm gonna use a little bit of liquid glue on the back here, just a tiny bit on the edge of this, and we're gonna just place that so it can peekaboo out a little bit further than if you were just to layer them together. Give that a few seconds to adhere. Same thing on the other side, a little bit of liquid glue with our Pool Party die cut piece. And then because this label has points on it, it's really easy to kind of line everything up and make sure it's all straight. So as you can see, it sticks out just a little bit from each side here. I'm gonna give that a few seconds to bond together, put a clear block on top. We're gonna come back to our box and I'm gonna take out that removable piece and we're gonna build our box now. Now the paper pumpkin boxes come pre-scored, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting score lines ready and everything. Everything's pre-scored. You just want to take your bone folder and burnish those lines to really crisp them up so that the box can go together easily. You want the waxy side to be on the inside so that if you have treats that have got that greasy look, feel to them once they've been placed on like a paper, then you can, you don't have to worry about it soaking through the box. So I'm just taking my bone folder, crisping up my lines here. Same thing on this side. Now the box has these little pre-cut indents to it so that the box can tuck together and keep its shape. So I'm just gonna use my bone folder so you can see these little pieces here, these tabs just pop right out, and your bone folder fits right through there to be able to pop that out. So it's kind of a multi-purpose tool, more than just for burnishing your lines and your scores. You can use it to pop out those pieces there. So to put together the box, I'm gonna take this out of the way here so you guys can see. It has these tabs that are gonna go on the inside. So you can take them and fold your tab in, and this will fold right over and pop into those little indents there that are pre-cut. Pop that out. Same thing on this side, tuck those 2 tabs in, and then it just folds right over on top. And it's ready to decorate. So I've got my piece of pool party tissue paper from my paper pumpkin kit. Always reuse those. Again, you can put a package of goldfish crackers right on the inside. They fit perfectly in there. This is just a little snack pack of goldfish. And then you tuck your tabs in there, and on the outside here, these 2 tabs, fold them in, and then they will tuck right into the box here. The best part about these, like I said, they're already pre-scored, so you don't even have to do anything. All you do is fold together, and it just comes easily right together. Linda, yes, these boxes are great, and you can fit so many different things in here. They're the perfect size for treats and cookies, and those little Debbie treats will fit in here. So many different little things, and it doesn't even have to be food. Like, you can put Post-it notes, and you could put some scissors if you want to gift somebody scissors. Tombow liquid glue fits. These little hand creams from Bath and Body Works, you could put 2 in here and gift that to somebody. A perfect box for so many different gift options. I love it. All right, we've got our Sorry I Snapped at You sentiment right there. And then the last bit is we are gonna decorate this with the opal round. This is our Prize Patrol item for the week. So the opal round, I just use my Take Your Pick tool and place that right in the upper left-hand corner. And these are perfect. Sharon, yes, these are in the new annual catalog. I can't show you which page it is, but there is a whole page of treat boxes and bags that are perfect, and it's all on one page, and these mini paper pumpkin boxes are on there. So a great choice for gifting for the new catalog. But this is our second project featuring the O Snap stamp set. So let me bring in our projects for today. Let me know which one is your favorite. I have to say that box is definitely my favorite. And the Sorry I Snapped at You, it's just, you know, if you snapped at somebody and you gave this to them, they would definitely forgive you for whatever happened. So my favorite has got to be this box, but coordinating these could go together. You could gift them the box and the card at the same time, and anybody would love this project. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me for another week of Makers Monday. It was a little crazy and hectic at the beginning as I had just arrived home 5 minutes before I was supposed to go live, but thanks for sticking around and watching this week's projects. I hope you all have an amazing week. I so look forward to the new catalog debuting tomorrow. There are some amazing products and goodies in there. If you're not currently working with a demonstrator and you don't have a copy of the new catalog, make sure to click the link in the description of this video to reserve your free copy from myself. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week for another round of Makers Monday. Bye.